Hello friends, welcome to System Admin Tutorial. Today we'll discuss a new topic, that is Tomcat clustering. Okay, clustering basically we use for the high availability of resources in a network. Here we'll discuss two type of clustering. One is horizontal, one is vertical. In this video, we'll see the complete configuration of horizontal clustering. In horizontal clustering, you can see on the screen the diagram is there. So through the diagram I will demonstrate so that a clear picture can be mapped on your mind before doing the configuration. So in horizontal clustering, what the thing is happening, the Tomcat server, a single server is there. Okay, on screen you can see the single server is there, and here three number of websites are there or the applications you are running on a single server. Let it is website 1, website 2 and website 3. Okay, so three different users are trying to access the website. So PC1 for website 1, PC2 for website 3 and PC3 for the website 3. Okay, so whenever the different clients are accessing the different websites or the application which is hosted in a single server, all the traffics are moving to a single server. Okay, so if any one of the server is getting failed, then the complete website will go down. Okay, so if the instance, here we will create the different instance, that is website 1, website 2 and website 3. If any one port is not working, because you will try to run these applications in different ports, then if any one port is getting blocked in firewall or anything, then also the other website should work without any issue. Okay, so let's move into the configuration part. This is the picture which we will do. In a single server we will host three number of websites. Okay, now we are in system. So what basically we'll do, for these three websites we will create three number of directories. First of all, we'll create three directories. One is we are in desktop, so let's see, our Apache folder is there. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll create three number of directories. One is for website 1. Okay, then for website 2, then another is for the website 3. Okay, so after creating the three directories in any of the folder, okay, so whatever the location will be, as per your compatibility you create it. I in the desktop, here I am creating at the desktop location. Okay, so what we will do, I will copy all these files of the Apache. Let's get into the Apache directory. Okay, here all directories are there. So what I will do, as per my requirement, I will one thing, let's what I will do, here I will copy all my directories. Okay, the complete content that I am using the ABR flag. So it will copy everything to which one, to our website 1. Okay, okay, it is not visible because the complete path I have not given. So give the complete path. Okay, the same way we will do for the website 2 also. Then again for the website 3. Okay, all the contents are copied. So get back to our desktop directory, then cd website 1 directory and test the file. Okay, here you can see everything is there. So which content will delete? Will delete only the bin directory. Okay, bin and lib will delete because it is already there on our Apache directory, so it is not required here. So follow the same step here also. Go to the website 2. And go to the website 3. Okay, here also we'll remove the bin directory and also the lib directory. Okay, after that you see other than the bin directory and lib, everything is there. Okay, so now what we'll do, we'll change the configuration. Okay, so here ls the conf directory is there. So go to the conf and edit the server.xml. Okay, here what we will edit port number. Go down, you will find 3 ports. One is shutdown port, connector port and AJP port. Okay, here you see the connector port. Here I am changing it to 8083 because for it is for the website 3. Okay, so next here we are changing it to 8309. The beginning will find the shutdown port. Okay, we are changing it to 8305. Save it. Okay, to the website 1 come and edit the server.xml mode. Here also you have to change these three ports: shutdown port, connector port, and the 105, because we are doing for the website one. For identity purpose only we will do this, and we will find the connector port and AGP port. Connector port we are using 8081. Okay, so next 8109. Okay, the pattern we are using, like for website 1 8109, website 2 8209, website 3 it is 8309. Okay, same way we will do the website 2 directory. Here also do the same thing, server.xml. Okay, here the connector port will be 8083 and the AGP port will use the 8309. Okay, it is saved completely. Now what we'll do, here we will create the different scripts file. Okay, so inside that script file we will add our path for all these instance. Okay, so let's create one directory. Okay, yeah, script. Okay, so go to that script file. We will create the file for each one. Website 1. Okay, so what we'll do after creating the file, we'll edit this, add the some of the content. Okay, website 1 start. What we'll add, here we will give the complete path. Okay, we'll use the script file as the shebang value will be, see the shebang value while we are writing any of the script. Okay, so I will export the values as Catalina as the character parameter we are using. Okay, for Tomcat always we use the Catalina parameter. So we'll get the complete path of the complete path. Okay, so let's do one thing. Here you see the name is so bigger in size. So what we'll do, we'll rename it. Tomcat 10 is there. Okay. Now we'll edit this. Inside this we will add the name of our Tomcat. Then Catalina base will be website. Okay. So next parameter would be cd the value at Catalina or home slash bin, so that the value at Catalina home plus bin, the changing directory will be to the bin directory. Okay. After that it will run the script as laptop.sh. Okay. The same process we will do for other two websites, so that we can start all these. Okay. Here what we'll do, same script parameter will use bin slash hash. Okay. Then we will use the export command or Catalina home. The path will be desktop. Okay. Next line will use Catalina base then run the script. Okay, this is the common parameter for all the startup script. Again, do for website 3 start. Okay, export, it will be easier if you copy all these to all this file one by one, so it will not take any effort from here, because I am typing every line for your understanding. That's why it is taking so long. Otherwise I will copy the file to different file name and I will change the parameter. Underscore base std, then the value at Catalina home. See, 3 script files are there. So what we'll do, we'll change the permission. The execute permission to all the okay. So what will be our next step? Next, what we'll do, we'll run every script, right? Okay. So how we'll run it? Website one. Okay. You see, Tomcat started. So we'll also do for the second website. It is also started. Here also we'll do it as okay. Sorry, there is one mistake in script file 3. You can notice the error that beside bin, one b extra b is added. So we have to edit this. Now it's okay. And start the script. Yes, all the script files started, and for all these instances, the Tomcat has been started in a single server. Okay. So next, what we'll do, we'll go to the browser and we'll check whether the site is working or not on a different port. What is the port for the website one? It is 8081. Okay, you see it is working properly. Next is 8082. Okay, you see I'm able to access my web page from different port 8082, 8081 and 8083. Okay, if I'll stop here the Tomcat from the terminal, then one by one it will get closed. Okay, so you'll get the error. So this is the scenario which is used for the horizontal clustering. Okay, so this is the scenario. Means if we are trying to access 3 different websites and all these websites are running on a single Tomcat server, then it will work without any issue. Okay, so we have to run it on a other port numbers. Okay, if we are using the same website but we want to run in a single server and the port number is same, then what we'll do, we'll use a load balancer. Okay, we'll discuss that in next topic. With basically in all the corporate lives or generally in day to day, we are using the vertical clustering. Okay, so that will discuss in the next phase, next video. So wait for that. In the next video, we'll discuss about the vertical clustering, which is generally used in our day to day life. Okay, thank you for watching.